Pierce, it's ATYK. I don't know how they did it, but sacrifice is gone. From what it sounds like, the denial protocol didn't work either, which means that the Peacekeepers will be coming for you soon. I wish we had more options, but the other virtues aren't positioned to do anything at this point. Retribution, as I'm sure you're well aware, continues to be insubordinate and refuses even basic orders. As far as I can tell, it hasn't done anything particularly useful in months. Attachment is still stuck in the city, waiting to facilitate your primary plan, and if that fails, if the Peacekeepers refuse to back down, then it will be standing by to protect our essential assets in that city. Faith is performing its vital services to our main forces. We'll need the Preacher and his frame no matter what happens next. Without them, I fear the insurgency will fall apart at the seams. It's all on you now, Pierce. I know you have your reservations, but remember the mission, General Sunspire. This isn't about this planet or about the Peacekeepers. It's about the sanctity of our souls. It's about making sure humanity is equipped to move into this terrible future. We have to win this, no matter the cost, no matter the weight on our consciences. Clusterism is the only way forward. I hope to see you soon. Sincerely, ATYK Menta. Hello! Welcome back to All That You Know, our Beam Saber podcast. As always, my name is Colin, and I am the game master for this merry little band. Joining me today are Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I'll be playing Hex the Bureaucrat.
Ewan.
Hi, I'm Ewan. I'm playing Loyal the Empath.
Zach.
I'm Zach. I'm playing Geist the Ace.
And Adam.
I'm Adam. I'm playing Joseph the Infiltrator.
Awesome. Very, very quick recap. Last time, you both fought Retribution and Sacrifice. Sacrifice almost killed all of you. Geist tried to put on the crown, but was not given it by whatever force controls that. Joseph called in his favor from Contrition, and defeated Sacrifice using some borrowed power very easily. You discovered that Sacrifice, the virtue, was an artificial intelligence inside of a frame, and you kind of got out of there as soon as you could. All the Moon Devils died before you even got there.
Damn.
You've taken a few things with you, which is a bag full of teleporter parts of unknown value, data from Crow taken off of that console that was in the teleporter room, which will hopefully lead you to wherever that was leading. Crow's spores, which you don't really know how they work, but from your basic knowledge, that's what facilitates how a human turns into one of those mushroom people that he was. For the remnants of Sacrifice's frame, and then 5, the knowledge of that the Moon Devils are dead and that the Peacekeepers' military readiness is far weaker because of it. Other than that, it is worth mentioning that the insurgency defeated clock, which has kind of been what we've been using this whole time to judge the state of the clusterist resistance, has gone up to 6 out of 8, as you have removed their arguably most powerful virtue. And Geist, you have, I believe, filled up your second drive clock to duke it out with Retribution, take him out. So we have that to look forward to probably during the vignettes.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the vignettes.
You are now on Worthy's ship still. The swamp's kind of receding behind you. The adrenaline has begun to fade. And you are left with each other in the humming ship. If you wanted to talk about anything, I know Joseph kind of admitted that he had some stuff going on then, and Geist was screaming at God for a little bit there.
Was that open comms? Could we hear that?
I believe it was.
I don't think he would have been in the frame of mind to not have it be open comms. So yeah, probably.
Okay.
Which, I mean, Loyal's probably over the moon about that. He's probably pretty thrilled.
Finally, it's convinced him to die. It's not really dying. You just become something else.
Yeah, becoming a corpse.
Heyo.
Did I can't remember. Did Joseph say that he had something to do with Sacrifice getting killed, or was that just like a random fucking act of God? As far as we know, I don't remember exactly. How it went
he
down.
specifically said that, like that I was compromised. I called in a favor, basically. But it's nothing you have to worry about. Is basically what he said in the last episode.
Oh, good. Well, as long as I have nothing to worry about.
Trust me, okay? I don't think Joseph is probably hanging out if you guys are together. I think he's off alone, maybe like looking outside a window or something.
Not
once his
toaster
alone
mode.
time. Yeah, he is separated from the group, pondering outside the window.
I feel okay. So if Joseph isn't with everybody, then I feel like Geist like insane adrenaline. Even like when we get back on the ship, because we all nearly got fucking killed, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't. We didn't even know where he was. Or where it was, I suppose. So I think Geist probably sits in the changeling for just like a little while to decompress, catch his breath. When he finally comes out, he's probably, I don't know, can his blue skin sweat? Does he sweat like in those old Gatorade commercials? Like he sweats like bright blue coolant?
I feel like we had this exact conversation, and we even talked about Gatorade before.
Yeah, you know what? That definitely.
Up to you. Maybe you can now. Who knows?
But maybe either way, his eyes are sunken. He looks fucked up. He looks disturbed. And if Joseph is off by himself, then I think Geist is going to go over to everybody else and be like, we need to talk about whatever the fuck it is that just happened.
What is there to talk about?
Sacrifice has been their ace in the hole. He was like their big one. That was, if Sacrifice shows up, I guess just shakes his head. It's like our worst case scenario for how powerful he wasn't even close. He was just playing with us all this time, or whatever the fuck it was. And whatever Joseph did killed him like it was nothing. Possibly the most powerful military asset on world. And whoever it is that Joseph is indebted to is capable of something like that. That doesn't bother you at all.
No.
Glad they're on our side.
It's gone now. It's one less thing to worry about.
Guys just looks between the two of them in like something like disbelief. So that's it then. Whatever unimaginably powerful being has one of our best pilots in his back pocket. And it's just whatever. That's fine. That doesn't... I feel like I'm going insane here. Does nobody realize why this is a problem?
I think we're all feeling the same. But what is there to understand about what we just saw? It can't fit within us.
I think Geist never really considered it that way, and he just... If he had a mouth, it would probably hang agape for a moment and then close, but I think he just kind of stares. And, then I think he turns around, then he probably goes back into the changeling. Doesn't even say anything.
Very good. If there's anything else, we can get into your rewards.
Yes, that's why we're doing it, baby. The money.
The money.
Thank you.
So, you kind of work for the corporate council now, technically? And they kind of pay you?
So is that on our W-2?
That is, you are W-2? Okay. No, you're a W-9. Let's not be ridiculous here.
Damn it, Bluth.
Yeah, so your supply roll is going to be equal to your target's tier plus your faction relationship. The tier of your target was 4. Very high. So you're going to get 5 dice to roll.
Holy shit.
If you want to do the honors.
Roll a dice. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that'd be fun. Let's each roll one.
Yeah, let's
like
each roll
that.
one. But then we have one extra. Oh no, Colin can roll one too.
We can be a
I can cook
person.
the books, but like, does cooking the books even matter at this point?
It would, but you can do it during the actual downtime.
Yeah, you'll
Okay.
definitely want the resources. I got a
All right.
4. 5?
5. Okay.
Now we're
Jesus.
Where were you last
gaming.
session?
Amazing.
Okay. So you get 6 plus 2 material, but I'm going to tell you just right now, ahead of time, that you're going to lose 2 supply off the top because of some labor issues in the city right now.
No, is that our complication?
Fucking unions?
That is your entanglement, and it
Oh,
is
that's what I
also
meant.
kind of reflected by some narrative things as
Epic.
well.
Okay, I'll bump that down to 4 supply, 2 material.
Okay. You going to gain 4 rep for your squad?
Rep. Where is the
What's that
rep?
put us at?
Wait, our rep tracker should be empty, right?
Yeah. I think
So yeah, let me because we have we're tier 2, and we now have 4 reps. So it's actually almost full again. We almost have stronghold. We just need 2 more.
I feel like we should get that just from killing sacrifice.
I think that's why we got
Infamous.
4. 4 is a shitload, if I
Yeah.
recall.
Yeah,
Also,
that's true.
technically, almost no one knows that you did that as well. That's kind of part of it.
But the
We're
corporate
not
council
famous.
That's
knows.
true. We're undercover.
Joseph, you're going to gain 1 tick in your drive clock because you've increased your connection with contrition, which I believe kind of forwards your drive towards freedom, or a version of it.
Yeah, I'll say that.
And that's the big clock, not one of the
That's the
small
one
ones.
down here.
Yeah. And you may now all spend 1 material each to remove all level 1 harm and refresh 1d6 quirks on your vehicles.
Yes, I
Beautiful.
gave us 1 extra supply from our airfield as well.
Yeah, you got some
Um,
little extra supplies.
So yeah, it's material, right? So I'll tick off the 2 material we have and 2 from the supply, so we're down to 3 supply. This is before book cooking, and everybody can get rid of your shit. I got 2 level 1 harms and 1 level 1 harm, 2 level 1 damages. So that's good.
So we're
Damn.
taking away a level 1. Is it harm or
Harm?
damage?
Both.
Okay.
Harm and damage. Should have said that. And
Gotcha.
then 1d6
1d6
quirks.
for the quirks.
Fuck, I only got 3.
Provided you've used any quirks. I know some of you did.
I used all my quirks. I very nearly entered
thank
breakdown.
God.
Let's go.
I was so
So again,
close.
can I give my extra to someone?
No, I can take other actions.
And what about level 2? What do we do about that?
We'll get
You're
that.
going to have to doctor/engineer.
Yeah, we're gonna do it the
during
old-fashioned
downtime
way.
proper.
All right.
If everyone's set, we'll move on to XP.
Yes.
Pilots. Mark XP if you expressed your tragedy, history, or opening, your backstory.
I feel like I did that.
I feel like I
Yeah.
definitely did. And I
Yeah.
took
Did
2
not
for
do
that
that.
because of my retribution scene.
Yeah, why not? We're getting there. Then you'll get 1 XP if you struggled because of your beliefs, scars, or vehicle quirks.
I don't remember.
Because
Does it
of
fight
vehicle
count as
quirks?
struggling, or I don't know?
I don't think fighting counts as struggling.
Okay. I
Even
feel
though
like
there is a
Geist
skill
struggled
called
with
struggle.
the crown stuff.
That is true, but that's not technically a belief, scar, or vehicle quirk.
Okay.
That one's kind of hard to check off, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think my scars did anything for me this time.
Address the challenge with methods determined by your playbook, 1 to 2 XP. You kind of know them by now. The ace
You
is
know
fighting,
I'm
empath
always
is
doing
understanding, yada yada.
I did
you
that.
get it. You did? You certainly did. I think.
I think we
Yeah.
all did.
I don't know. Bureaucrat is procedural
No.
management.
Oh, okay.
And then
don't think we
empath is
did that.
understanding or poise.
Never mind.
So that's up to you guys. I'm not going to police you too much on this.
One of the things that I think is really funny about the system, and just like the ace class in general, is just that like I did violence. I did it a lot, and I do it every single day.
Yeah.
It just
We're
feels like a
definitely
gimme.
fighting. Definitely a lot of piloting and violence going on. Squad XP. You are going to get 2 XP because you faced up against challenges well above your tier. Very much.
We have leveled up again. Ding 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 ding.
Woo!
Go off.
And then you're going to get 1 XP if you reinforced your reputation, which is daring or discreet. I guess. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that this was daring as fuck. I don't know if anybody is alive to know, but we literally just we hot dropped into what we had every reason to believe would be one of the most heavily defended installations on the planet.
That is true. Yeah.
Like, does anybody know? I just gave us 1.
Yeah, that's good. Then 2 XP. I'm just gonna give you 2 XP for the inner conflict or instinct of the squad or goals. This was like a lot of them, kind of all culminating. And then 1 XP on top of that for a successful operation.
We have almost leveled up twice. We have 3 squad XP missing.
Big.
Pretty wild.
Wow. We killed a big bad guy. I mean,
Yeah, we're pretty fucking epic.
well, Joseph did.
Well, contrition did.
Well, your network is your net worth. Okay?
So true.
Yeah.
Gotta be hustling. Gotta be grinding.
Literal network in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into our downtime actions, we should talk about the things you took with the mission, out of the mission with you, which would be Crow's spores, the teleporter bits you took, to a lesser extent, sacrifice. I don't know if you're going to be able to do anything with that unless you, scrap it or do a long-term project. And then most importantly is the teleporter data itself that you got from Crow's body. Are you reporting that into like Nyla? You have like a teleconference set up, I imagine, if you want to do that.
I think we have to tell her everything,
Yeah.
don't we? Like, do we have any
That makes
options?
sense.
I mean, you don't have to,
Ray's
but
blue.
you should probably if you care about the cause.
Eh.
Yeah, and also that's like, hey, yeah, no big deal, but we fucking killed.
Should we tell about the Joseph part though? Like, are our characters huddling up about getting our story straight?
Geist is inclined to tell her everything. Maybe we should talk about it because I feel like there is
Does
legitimate
Joseph resist
reasons
this?
not to.
Yeah.
Let's have an in-character scene of this.
Yeah. So we get back to our lovely, beautiful home sweet home ice cave in the ice desert.
All right. Does
Lots of
Geist
ice.
initiate this?
Yeah. I think I don't know. Do we have? I assume we have. What's our teleconference room like? I'm imagining just like, like literally just like ice room, but there's like a conference table and like a TV in one wall where like the
It's
where,
like a
the
break
Zoom
room.
meeting screen pops up.
Yeah, it's however you want it to be, really.
So I feel like
All right.
we're getting ready to have our briefing, and before we do, Geist gets everybody in. And he's like, "All right, we gotta decide what we're gonna pass along, especially, with regards to how Sacrifice was killed. What do we tell her?"
X looks to Joseph.
Joseph looks to the floor and then he looks back up. I don't really care. Ultimately, it's your choice. If you feel like she's going to react in a bad way, get a little scared about how we did that, and we don't need to. But I don't see how we can tell her we killed Sacrifice. I don't even think she'd believe it if we said we did it. There had to be some other way.
I'm more worried about the fact that one way or another, Nyla's going to be sitting in a military prison in a year's time, assuming she doesn't get killed. Is that information dangerous for her to know?
I don't think so.
If I may, given how compromised things are in general right now, I don't know if we stand to gain much by telling her.
I think you're right. All she needs to know is there's a piece off the board. Whether or not she believes it, I don't think it fucking matters much. We'll just say we did it the old-fashioned way.
Okay.
All right. Everything
Sounds
else, though. Okay. Yeah. Let's do it then. I guess he pushes the button or
It's a joint
dials in.
meeting.
I hate this stupid fucking program.
My question for you is this a video setup? Is this a hologram? Is this just like a radio?
Oh, that's a good
I
point.
imagined it being like a video screen, but
Yeah.
like
How about we join video off? Well, we could turn it on. Like,
so she just sees the room full of weirdos.
well, we don't know if
Hearing
there's like cops with her, you know?
Yeah, it'll just be your voices instead of your images.
I mean, it's plausible deniability.
Sure, we'll do it audio only. Webcams are off.
Yeah, sure. You join audio only. I think Nyla is also audio only. She's just kind of like that.
Yeah.
And I think she just says, like, over like some scratchy speakers. Report.
Mission complete. We pulled information from the installation. The Moon Devils are all dead. Sacrifice is dead too.
There's like a long pause on her end. Sacrifice is dead?
Yeah.
Did the Moon Devils kill it?
No. They might have softened him up. I don't know. He was definitely what killed them.
Well, that's she kind of trails off.
We'll send the specifics in the data file. It's not what we thought.
Well, I'm glad that at least we have that. Without the Moon Devils, we don't really have anyone on standby to defend the city anymore. I have to recall the Bone Pickers, Shutterbugs, what's left of them. Damn. All right, send over the data. Try to figure out what's in it. You just stay put, and I'll tell you what we find.
All right. Did Crow leave some kind of last will and testament or something? We got some spores. I don't know, maybe he wanted something done with him. Does his people even have kids? I don't fucking know.
It's a little more complicated than that, but sure. Yeah, we'll just hold on to them for now. I don't know when we're going to see each other in person. But I'll make a note. Whoever comes after me, if I don't see you before then, which I probably won't, we'll handle it. Just put it in a fridge somewhere.
Okay.
And don't open it.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it.
It'll kill you.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Gross.
I won't open that, right?
I mean,
We're opening that thing.
Out of character, how it works is that you inhale the spores, you explode, and you become a new being that is partially you and partially the previous spores owners.
That's not too bad.
So if one of you wants to become like half crow, sure, huff that shit. I don't know.
Go for it.
That'd be complicated.
Will it allow me to bump my pilot skills up to 4?
You'll do anything for like a skill dot. I respect the hustle.
I don't think the mushrooms could colonize Geist. He doesn't have enough meat.
That's true.
He's got a
More
brain,
meat, baby.
I think.
I do have a brain. I got
Maybe
a
a really
pilot
small
up in
mushroom.
there too. I think it's getting crowded up in the old
Hey
noggin.
guys, check this out.
Loads.
This is
Aaron
Jackass.
snorts them.
Turns into a clicker.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything else for Nyla?
I don't think so. I think we're gonna put basically everything in the
Oh,
report,
wait.
though, including the fact
Do
that
we-
it's an AI.
Do we mention the teleporter parts?
I think
Yeah,
we should tell her everything.
I'm guessing
yeah.
you're including that in your report, probably.
Yeah. I think we should
I'm-
give her everything except the exact circumstances for how Sacrifice died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's Gucci. All right, you send that over. She doesn't put much ceremony on it. She's kind of a dead woman walking in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
she just
hard
kind of
to
like
impress.
turns off the the Zoom meeting.
Doo-doo-doo.
Space Zoom.
Right as you send that out, Hex, you receive a text message, which
Oh, no.
states, Harold, very surprising work your team has just done. Rumor has it that you may have taken some bits of technology with you from the warehouse. I assure you that whatever you are planning to do with them is not worth the consequences that would follow. I'm prepared to offer you an exceptionally generous exchange for those parts. Let's say 10 supply for those bits. Signed, TK.
Do we
fuck.
know
Okay.
that Harold has had dealings with her?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I told you guys about the warehouse and that we met, but I didn't say, we kept talking.
Was that brought up? Oh.
Well, I imagine I would have included the Tyrrell meeting.
I don't know. I don't know that you did tell them. I think you may have told. Maybe you told
Oh,
Nyla
maybe.
in private.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
right,
that
you're right.
happened. I guess it's up
Yeah.
to you, Brian.
Let me think. All right. I have another thing to discuss. He
Oh.
kind of looks to everyone
Oh.
in the room. So those teleporter parts, we have a choice here. I left something out when I talked about my work with the warehouse. When I got there, I found myself face to face with Tyrell. I was alone, though. There was nothing I could have done.
Tyrell crying?
Let me finish. Nyla already knows. Yes, face to face with Tyrell crying. She wanted to buy me out. Obviously, I'm still here. Nyla knows that didn't happen. But I guess somehow she found out what we just took from her. Right now with us, it's pure scrap. She's offering a pretty rich amount for it. Even if we don't take the deal, we could use this to weed her out.
Wait, she wants to buy the parts we just stole?
I mean, Heck shows him the message.
Guys,
Why is there a
look
heart
at it.
emoji next to her name?
TK less than 3, less than 3.
I didn't mention this because it didn't seem relevant, but it seems like it's relevant again.
Didn't seem
Joseph
relevant.
laughs. I guess we all have our secrets.
She's the enemy. She's like one of like 5 people in Cluster as high command. We can't take this fucking deal. This is the only inkling we have of whatever the fuck it is they were doing over there. You're gonna take her word for it that it's not useful to us? That's fucking insane.
No. So we could use it to weed her out.
What, like set up some kind of sting? I don't know if...
I mean,
Geist grows pensive for a moment and thinks.
like set up... I don't know if we have the resources for something like that. I don't know if anybody does. She's a big deal.
Yeah, it seems like a fun idea, but can we really divert to that right now?
She
we
sounds
did just
desperate.
take one of their biggest pieces off the board.
She sounds like she would meet in person for this. Maybe we could finally get some answers. If I could be there, if we could question her. I want to know what she wants to do with these.
I'll let you know she wouldn't come alone. When I met her, I was surrounded. She's careful. She's not sloppy.
If she just sent this message, I feel like she would even know that we're discussing this right now.
X turns off his phone.
She seems to be very aware of many things.
Well, I mean, it's also possible she assumed that Hex might just steal him.
Yes, but look at when it's sent. The send time is on there. It was sent right when the end of the call.
Oh,
Something to think about.
Fuck.
it's a good detail.
I don't like any part of this. I feel like if we try and barter for information rather than money, or like supplies, like the whole reason that she wants to take them is so that we can't get that information. We absolutely cannot trust her, to be honest.
What if we simply ignore her and see what happens?
Will she use force then to get what she wants? How desperate
Maybe
is she
she-
really?
Maybe she'll
She
offer
would.
more.
Perhaps.
I like where your head's at, Joseph. No.
What are we
going
going to do with more supplies?
Your phone rings.
Come
Joseph
on.
crosses his arms and nods at it.
I thought I turned this off. All right.
Or
Hex
maybe,
picks up-
you know what? You did turn your phone off. Whose phone is on?
Everyone else's.
Joseph doesn't have a phone.
I don't think Geist has a phone anymore either. I feel like he ditched it when we went dark.
No, how about the web conference turns?
Yeah, you get the computer you're in front of starts ringing. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Actually,
I think-
that wouldn't be okay. Specifically, I wouldn't. You do have a hidden base. I'm not gonna have her fucking ring your phones though. Definitely, if you guys don't have a phone, it's gonna be Gopher. So I'm just gonna say that.
She walks
Okay,
into
it'll
the
be-
room. Yeah, go for
Yeah.
Gopher's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gopher comes in and says, "Hey, sorry, team. I have a call for Harold Hex."
I'll take it. Thank you.
What timing?
All right. Hex ushers Gopher out before putting on speaker.
Harold,
Tyrell,
did you get my text?
I just got out of another call.
Yeah.
I appreciate the offer. We're going to need to take some time to consider it.
That's perfectly reasonable. I'm more than open to negotiation on this, but I really should emphasize to you that these are worth a lot to me personally, and they're really not worth much to you. It's really just trouble for you in like a very, very big way, in like trouble on a very existential scale for you.
Okay.
She on speaker?
Yes,
Yeah.
she is. Oh, yeah, is that a
Ask her
lie?
why that is.
That is an existential problem.
Yes.
Does your
Yeah,
ability
like-
work over the phone?
No, it doesn't. I need to see people's
Aw.
hearts,
Oh, damn.
the veins in their eyes.
That would have been so useful right now.
knew. She fucking knew.
I mean, like, she doesn't seem like she's lying.
I don't get the feeling.
Going off
Do
vibes.
any of y'all step in?
Still valid for an empath.
I'm not saying anything. Maybe I flip off the phone. I just flip off the phone. And then I put my hand back and I kind of look around. And then I just get quiet.
What's Geist doing? What's Loyal up to?
Geist, I feel like, has kind of like a bug-eyed stare. This is an insane turn of events for him. Because like he's very much like a military-minded guy, and so it's like one of like the top dudes on the other team just like casually giving us a phone call to ask us for something that we stole it's insane. It doesn't happen. Like this is a very, very deeply insane situation, and so Geist is just staring at the phone, maybe trying to, once his brain catches up, he might say something, but for now he's just kind of staring.
Well, Loyal does actually say, like, why is it an existential threat?
Who's speaking right now?
I'm here with
Loyal.
my squad. As you may know, we just finished a mission.
Yes.
Anyways,
I'm well aware
what
of
makes it-
the mission you finished.
So, answer their question.
Give me a roll.
Ooh! Oh, I just got a new
Ooh.
skill. Can I try something?
What's
Maybe.
the skill? What's the
He's got to get in the frame first.
No, I just got a second dot in command, so I was just gonna try and lay it down.
You're gonna try to command Tyrell Crying.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
That's. I mean,
If it has
Hey,
any
he's gotta
hope
try.
of working,
He's
I
gotta
think
try.
I
it's
got
just
2
because
consort.
How many dots do you have in command?
2.
I got 3 in sway. I think I'll use my 3 dots. If it's all the same to you.
I will take literally any roll of the social variety.
I'm doing this way. Doing it now. Unless anyone has
Okay.
any objections.
Comes this
Well,
way.
how many do you have in sway?
Oh my god. Yeah. I had 3 dice. But
It's
no
hard.
cigar.
Okay. You should probably ask for the position of that first.
I
But
should've.
since I'm magnanimous, I will not totally fuck you over. I guess Tyrell Crying. What do you ask? Like, why is it an existential threat?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he says. Word for
I
word.
can't give you the answer since you failed. But what
Mhm.
she says is, I'm not even going to describe to you why it's such an existential threat. I'm just going to tell you why it's a threat from me. And that's because I know where you are now. Okay?
Can you see us?
What, you're gonna come down here?
I think she sends you your coordinates.
And just what asset are you going to send after us, Tyrell?
My assets, you confuse me with the resistance. And I think that is a very large misstep on your part. Consider the deal. It stands. I'm not going to drop the price. But really, if I don't get those back, there's going to be problems for you.
How long do we have?
24 hours. We'll see how it turns out. She hangs up.
All right.
What the fuck? How did she find us?
I don't know, but there may be some truth behind what she said.
I mean, those are our coordinates. She definitely knows.
And think of the technology. There
We gotta
might be
figure
bigger
out-
fish.
My theory is she's being helped by the Oro. or someone who is also very powerful, but maybe not as powerful as the Oro.
I think you're
But
right.
maybe some connection to them somehow. How long do the Oro live? Does anyone know that?
That's a good question. Like, is their lifespan something that's known in universe, or is it that secret?
If I'm being completely honest with you, it hadn't ever occurred to me to think of how long they live.
Really?
But given their level of advancement, I guess they're probably immortal at this point. Considering.
Oh, shit.
As long as they don't have religious hang-ups on immortality, they would be.
This is fucked. We need to bring the defenses online. She's going to tell the Clusterists where we are. She is the Clusterists, right?
Guys, were you not listening? There's bigger players involved.
Why are you so ready to take her word for anything? What reason does she have to tell us the truth?
It's good business.
Is there any way at all,
Quiet, Gopher.
Harold, that we could get her in person? I want to ask her if giving this to her will end the war faster than if we won't. And depending on her answer, I think we should choose ours.
I don't think there's a way of doing that without compromising ourselves.
We're already fucking compromised.
We are.
It's a fair point.
Look, if we're going to give this shit back, then we need to use these 24 hours to learn as much as we can about them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck, I wish Shinra was here. Alright. I guess that's it then. We take about 20 hours to study this shit, and then we give it back.
You get the impression that he would be saying that through gritted teeth if he had any teeth left to grit.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
think
Well,
that's it.
We should get
Great.
to work.
I'm going to walk something back. I'm going to say that she did not send you your coordinates, but she did send you something like a general vicinity of where you could be that was accurate. So I don't think she knows your exact location, but she has a general idea of where you are.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that changes.
But yeah, I don't want to totally kill the main thing about your base because of one roll that you know the stakes of.
Immediately.
But that is now on the table.
Okay.
It's
Plus,
getting
we don't
narrowed down.
know if she sent a general place, if that means she knows our exact... So we're
Yeah.
still, in the dark.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, she probably would have said something like, "Oh, the ice desert, huh?" Not very
Yeah,
clever.
exactly.
Something taunting.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can get into the actual actions now.
Yeah.
Yeah. The teleporter parts are in the hangar. Sacrifice is in the hangar. Gopher's working on your frames already. What do we want to do?
Who does anybody have study? I think that's the skill that we need and we desperately don't have. I feel like Harold has one dot?
Yes, Harold does.
I got 0.
Yay.
That makes you our
Study the teleporter. Be our genius.
intelligence expert. Unfortunately.
Oh no.
What are you trying to divine from the teleport parts?
What should? Yeah, guys. Let's. What should I begin here?
I don't know. We need to. I was for in character.
Like
We need to
origin?
know, I don't know, what it is, yeah, where it came from, what it can do. We have nothing. We know that the Clusterists are preparing to do something big and something bad. This has to be part of it. They went through insane lengths to keep this thing hidden.
Yes, I think the most important thing is figuring out why she would want this back so much.
Yeah, maybe it's that. Because origin, I don't think is what he's hunting for. More so, is this a one-way teleporter? What is it?
So I'm going to. I kind of mentioned this last time, but I'll just run it out. Is reverse engineering this is an impossible task for you.
Yes.
Getting a general idea of maybe what this specific part might do, that'd be a long-term project. Quick analysis of how familiar are these materials? That I could see as just a straight up roll. I won't even make you use a downtime action on it. But just keep that in mind.
I feel
how
like
much you go for
given the nature of abstracted time and downtime, that last thing of just a quick overview is probably all that we could really accomplish in one day. Because I feel like, in general, especially long-term projects, it's right there in the name. That's not something we're going to be able to do in a 20-hour period.
No. We can do downtime actions. If you want to cook the books, you can do that.
Let's do it.
For one. I think you just spend the action and then you roll. I think you just roll those 5 dice again.
God damn.
Okay, so 5d6.
Yeah.
Ooh,
6.
That's not great.
Nice. No, it's really good. It's
Oh,
as
it's
good as
good.
it possibly could be. And again, it was on the last one. So that bumps
So
us back
15.
up.
Good job, Brian.
All
We're at
right.
9 supply. We are rolling in. And if we take this
Woo!
deal, then we'll be at 19 supply, which is actually
You could
way
retire.
more.
Just buy our own army. Just
What
fucking
would we
win.
even do with 19 supply?
I don't know. I feel like
Party.
we can only stash 8. So we can only stash 8, and we actually have 2 material and 1 personnel in the bank. So like,
Can I use supply to get Maze off the planet somehow?
Yeah,
an
can we?
option?
You
Can we just buy?
spend supply on extra downtime actions. I will say, because of the nature of time, you cannot spend 19 supply on downtime actions, because then you could do
Why not?
literally anything in the span of 24 hours.
Incredible.
But yeah,
Oh.
you can stretch your time a little bit here.
Geist
not these
with a
24
big
hours.
fake mustache on walks into Brea City and is like, I would like to spend $1 billion hiring every scientist you have in the city, please. Yes, I have.
What are we going to do?
cash.
Say no?
Yeah, that's a fucking lot. I will think about what we can do with it all. I think we can.
I want to fix my frame. It's kind of hurt.
What if we bought
Yes.
the best frames that exist ever?
I mean, I feel like we already
You're
have
right.
better frames than money can buy at this point.
But what if
'Cause
we
we're
had
tier
double that
2.
money?
Whoa.
I don't know. I feel like we can still take some extra downtime actions, right? Just not like 19 of them.
Just not 19 of them. Like, I'm not going to.
Let's
Anyone who couldn't like finish their like drive clocks in a reasonable amount of time, you won't be automatically be able to skip the line, because that would be kind of against the point of everything.
I'm going to train 19 times and just get all of my skills low.
Well, we only have 19 if we give the teleporter parts, right?
Yes, that is true.
But I
yeah, you're already
don't
spending the money, Geist.
Mhm.
You got
Well, I
dollar
don't think
signs
we
in your
have-
eyes.
any other choice, do we? Is that up
I
for,
don't
is
think
that
we
up
do.
for debate? Is this a point of contention?
No, I think
I
we have
mean-
to.
I think we have to, yeah.
Let's get the low hanging fruit out of the way first,
Yeah,
because
let's
everybody's
work on our
going to
9.
need to repair. Let's work on the 9. We actually it's
For
more than
now.
9. Firstly, actually, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to spend 1 material from our supply base to get rid of my junked fine mobility suite, because that I fucking need that in a big way. So that's done. Does anybody else have junked gear on their frame? Because that's an easy.
I don't think I do.
No.
I have damage on my frame.
Level 2 damage? I have that.
That's the fix action.
I have a question. Can I swap my probe weapon for my melee weapon now that it's because they were the same thing,
Yes, you
but
can.
it's
You
just
can.
not a probe anymore? Okay.
Yeah, you can switch it off. Yeah, so anyone who wants to repair, I'll remind you, there's a repair clock off to the right of your damage, and you're going to roll Gopher's skill. I think 3 total now.
Minus 3, yeah.
And then,
sorry,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to spend that last point of material to clear more quirks, because I still have 2.
Sure.
As long as we're... Fuck me, 1? You're kidding me. I'm so glad we have all this money. I'll probably spend another 1 later, but I'm going to wait.
All right. So anyone who wants to, who needs to repair?
I need to repair, and I actually need to heal as well. I'm impaled.
So what are we rolling for that?
3d6, and then I will tell you each what you get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you got a 5. God. Okay, so I'll just tell you the results. If you got a 1, 2, or 3 as your highest number, you're going to get 1 tick in the repair clock. If it was a 4 or 5, I think it's 2. And if it's a 6, it's 3. So Joseph, you get 2, and you need to fill that
2.
up to drop damaged arm down.
Okay.
So
So
Should
can I
roll
do it
again?
again?
yeah, and just remember that each time you're rolling this is an action.
Okay.
A downtime action.
Do we still have 3 downtime actions, or are we back to 2?
Yes,
buddy?
you're at 3. You're well funded now.
What's the healing skill of our beefcake pacifist? Is it just 2?
It's 2.
Okay, I'm
Actually,
going
no,
to.
it's 1.
Oh fuck,
He's
that's
not,
awful
He's
news.
not good. It's -1. What damage do you have?
-1 tier. I got impaled through my frame while I was fighting.
I think Gopher asks you, like, what the fuck is this damage? It's so weird.
Well, I was fighting retribution. That is how it happened, right?
I don't know. Did you
I
get
was
hit by
crippled and then
sacrifice?
I guess. I fucking can't rember. This
Me
is gonna
either.
drive me insane.
Regardless, you have weird damage on your frame from sacrifice, and he's curious about it in general.
Yeah, it was. Even sacrifice was there. I don't know if you've read the reports or saw any of the footage, but he fights with a cloud of dispersed drones, and each one fires a little pinpoint laser.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wanna check that out.
I mean, yeah, it's over there. He just points at the pile of rubble in the corner.
Oh, that's what that was. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, wait, you brought up Virtue here? Isn't that like a really bad idea?
I don't know.
You want us to leave the tech there?
I don't know what I want. It's an ongoing
Gopher is just
problem.
calling.
Keep it to yourself, private.
First of all, are we taking the deal? I think we are. I think that.
Yeah.
First of all, I do want that. You said we could have a free survey to get just like a
Yes.
base first impressions.
Yes. You have to roll good if you want anything from this.
Yeah.
But I will give you first impressions. And you have study, and study never gets used, and I'm a fan of the studiers. I have a lot of respect for anyone who takes study. Okay? I have a lot of respect for you, Brian.
I don't know why I took it.
Do you want to study?
To learn the plot.
Okay.
Let's see it.
Just roll me that one dice, unless you want to push yourself.
What does that look like?
Taking Adderall.
How many stress do I incur with pushing myself?
2.
2.
All right,
This
I'm
being
gonna
aided by someone.
I'm going to spend money to de-stress, but for now, I'll push myself.
Okay. 2 dice.
What does that help? 2? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
We'll see what you understand. 4, 4, 1.
I don't think
whatever.
the 1 is supposed to be there, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, partial success. Here's what I'll tell you. This is not human technology. Absolutely not. This could not be manufactured by humans in probably a millennia, given current trends. It's extremely advanced. It is probably priceless. Like, giving this to a research center in the Union would likely unlock a lot of understandings about, like, just the nature of reality that we don't understand, because humans can't teleport, as you know. Whoever is funding the clusters has alien technology. Whoever, and that's a very small list that you know of. But there's like a lot you don't know. So it is like following Loyal's assumptions. It is either the Uro, or someone the Uro trust a ton, or someone who are even more powerful than the Uro. Like that's kind of your 3 options.
Okay.
I don't like any of those options.
No.
Hex very quickly, consolidates these findings into a little document and gives it to the team, putting special emphasis on the part that it's either the Oro or another alien force.
I feel like Loyal was watching Hex work just this entire time. He's kind of like floating near him, blinking slowly, not saying anything.
Floating impatiently.
Just follows him to the group.
I mean, what's your, like, this is getting really into the weeds, but what's your, like, background in studying Hex? Just, like, familiar with military technology, or?
I think it's through the context of...
Like, are you just really good at using, like, fucking future chat GPT to help you research shit? I don't know.
In this case...
I like that answer.
I think it's a lot of that.
Yeah, that makes the most sense in character.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just high-level research on what the hell this could be.
Yeah, it basically spits out a lot of stuff that's like, hey, this is impossible. Like, fucking this doesn't exist on the periodic table of elements. That's weird. Like, this element actually can't exist because like that element is actually carbon, and carbon doesn't look like this and behave like this. It's like this element is a like alternate universe version of carbon. That's weird. How does that even work? And it's just a lot of like dead ends where it's just like, oh, I understand nothing, and that just kind of lends you to understand how fucked up this is.
I like that. That makes sense.
I mean, I think Geist having some like contact association with scientists very futilely tries to get like some sort of like empirical data from this thing, like electromagnetic readings or something, probably all of which either makes no sense or is completely inconclusive, and like, you know, puts it all in a little document. And he's like, well, I guess I don't know if we can do anything else.
It's advanced. That's what we know.
It has to be alien.
What if we put all this stuff in a box with like a really big bomb and gave it back to Tyrell? Like, do you think we could get away with that?
Why does Tyrell want these parts specifically? If she wants teleporter parts, can't she just go to the warehouse that she knows about to get them? Is she afraid that we have these parts? We don't even understand them. How could she be afraid that we would do something with them?
I have a guess.
What's that?
Go on.
Serious stuff. This is far beyond, I think, even the best technology that the Soul Union has been provided by the Uro. I would be willing to bet that whoever gave it to her is pretty tight-fisted about it. And I think it's about control. I think that either Tyrell or whoever gave her that technology doesn't want it to be spread around. I think that's really what she's afraid of. And maybe the people who gave it to her, it'll be her ass on the line if this gets out.
That is true.
I think you're right.
It's also very expensive, I would assume.
That theory is reinforced in a lot of ways by the fact that they were destroying it when you got there, and that was their number one priority.
Yeah.
And the stuff you took are the undestroyed parts that they did not successfully break.
But we didn't take the full thing, right? Like, is there still pieces of a teleporter over there?
There's still stuff there.
Okay. We just got some crumbs, and even that's bad.
Yeah. You got crumbs, and even the crumbs are bad.
Oh, no.
So, I guess, team... Oh, wait, no, you had a question, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is a meta question and a weird one, but I had a good conversation with a hippie 70-year-old cab driver recently that makes me want to ask this. Is there any... I don't know if this is an empath ability or not, but is there any emotional residue or intent on these parts that if I tried really, really hard, I could sense somehow?
Oh, you're talking about psychometry.
Yes.
What you're trying to do is psychometry, which I don't think is an action that you even can do, but let me look.
Typical psychometry.
Don't tell him to roll survey. Something really, really bad will happen.
It always does.
The parts are angry.
I mean, you could roll it. Like, if you want to try to fuck with this, you're welcome to.
What's the position?
Yeah, what's the position, GM?
Okay, like, real talk, probably just, like, controlled. Like
quadruple desperate.
Controlled, like, limited, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, so, sure, do it if you want.
Even so, I think Laura's plan would be like, I need to take one of these pieces out onto the open ice desert. Keep eyes on me. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What do you have in mind?
I want to know more on a different level than you can.
We should do everything we can before we give it back, so do what you have to do.
This is a bad idea out of turn, but remember what happened with the martyrdom frame?
That's why you keep eyes on me. Use the anti-aircraft missiles if you have to.
Blow me the fuck up.
All right. So are we setting up like a whole arena?
Joseph is intrigued.
Everyone aim your guns at Loyal. He's going to roll a survey.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck.
Yeah,
okay.
We're doing that.
What
Let's do it.
I guess
what
I
is
take
the scene? Is that
one
you're
of these
like...
parts, whatever one is easiest to carry, or like whatever one just calls to me the most.
I think Joseph helps you with this too. He's very curious.
I get some kind of floating sci-fi wheelbarrow and put this on there and like go with it, floating. out into like a mostly open area that can still be seen by the base.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stay out there long because my water's going to get cold and freeze me to death. But I like just zone out everything else. If there's snow around and I can't see anything else that's better, it's just the entire background in the world is white, except for this piece of just beyond anything that our current reality understands. And I look at it and I ask it, why were you made? And I do my 1 dot of survey.
This is a very spooky thing to do with the 1 dot of survey.
As soon as I see that 3, I'm pulling the trigger.
Control limited, you know? I'm not gonna...
Oh my god.
Well,
It was a 1!
Failure.
I really like that you rolled it as desperate, even though it's not.
I didn't do that.
I did. It does feel that way. I know. I guess there's you speak to this thing. Like, what were you made for? Have you done this before? You seem
Not in a
awfully
long
It's
confident.
like Inland Empire from Disco Elysium. So you're talking to objects and getting answers.
I wish I had the idea to do this much earlier in the campaign. I'm in my ideas phase, but we're about to end the campaign, so it's
There will be more.
I can.
Yeah, that's sick.
I think you ask this thing, like, why were you made? And it asks you back, why were you made?
Can I glean any emotion from this? Anger, sadness, acceptance? Like, that's what I'm really after right now.
No, Loyal. It asked you a question.
Oh. And
You
I
are
have to
compelled.
answer.
You are compelled to answer this.
Oh, okay. I don't have a choice. Why was I made? I think automatically he just says to exist in this world.
Cool. The little thing cracks slightly, just a little bit. You're in a risky position. You can ask another question if you want.
If you're going to do it again, at least push yourself for an extra die, because this is
let
too
me see how
far.
much my stress is, because I didn't last time, because I think it's high.
Mm-hmm. You have one stress
if
left.
I push myself, I'm gonna get knocked out, get another scar. But like, maybe this is a safe place to get another scar. I could do all my stress and not have to do that as a downside.
Yeah,
Like
we're
the way
smoking
you
that is
now.
technically correct.
You know what?
It's an easy
I
way
want to
to-
do this. This is narratively fitting. I
Ewan
like this
pushes
idea.
himself. You gotta appreciate that. He goes.
You gotta
For it.
do
He just
this.
fucking goes for
I
it.
can't believe
You gotta do
this.
this.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to ask it again.
Risky
I don't know
standard.
what emotions I'm feeling from this object asking me a question, because it's like, I don't think I've ever done this with an object and had it speak back with such force as this. So I'm learning a new thing about the universe right now. Learning
Allowing
from that.
the alien technology
And
to give you a
I
trauma.
want to ask it again, and this will trauma me out. Are you sad? That's it. That's all I ask it. And I roll
Okay.
my survey in what is now a risky position with one more dice.
God.
You wild.
Yeah, one more dice. Success.
Oh my
It's a
God.
success.
Finally!
That is good.
A 6.
Oh.
Are
What have
you
you done?
sad? Are you sad?
Yeah, as if it's just like, yeah, not really.
Yeah.
That's fine.
What is a hand but isn't a hand? Tentacle is overdone, right?
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
the thing was asking a
Oh.
riddle.
No,
Yeah,
no.
dude, like a limb.
This is
A
me,
limb?
but-
It's a jar.
What's a very cool limb, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking right
Tongs?
now. Some sort of insect
strand
limb.
of
I don't know
hair.
what they're called.
I do like strands of hair.
Yeah. Because like,
Ooh,
what is
cool.
that? Is that a limb even?
Ooh.
But it's coming out of me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's coming out of me everywhere.
Like
Insect
these-
limb, I think, is cool too.
Yeah.
Antenna.
How do we
Little
combine an
thick.
insect limb and hair?
It's made
Antenna?
of strands of hair.
Antenna?
There's an
What
insect
if it's-
limb that congeals out of hair.
Yeah.
Ugh.
There's like hair spiders that have crawled out of the cracks in this mirror and are crawling up your exopods.
What color are they?
They are black. But it's like more of a black where like you've erased a layer on a Photoshop file and you're just seeing the background.
Yes.
And it almost shifts. There's almost like a parallax to it. There's like little white dots in it. And they kind of just like calmly walk up your exopod. And then when they get to the rim where the glass starts, they kind of just walk through the glass like it's not there. And they're moving very slowly, but for you, time is still. And before you know it, they have like surrounded your body. They start crawling into your eyeballs. And like as they it starts to like tickle a little bit. And like you realize that they're fitting into place. Like they're covering your eyes. And you feel this feeling of being somewhere else. And seeing just so much of the sadness of the world, of what's happened in the past, of like here where the clusters have died, killed. You probably see retribution given that you know him now, like him like kneeling over his dead family after Geist accidentally shot them.
Allegedly.
The court documents are not conclusive. And
If I did it.
If you did it, you see like just death and destruction and pain. You see things that haven't happened yet. You see Brea City that is just cratered, ruined. You see Geist's helmet just laying on the dirt. Kind of like in the image for this whole series.
Hey, wait.
Oh my god.
That just came to you.
And the sky is red. And you also see a lot of happiness. People who are alive. People celebrating. And it all kind of happens at once. Like overlapping. The happiness and the sadness. And that is the answer you get. And then the plate cracks in your hands one more time. But it does not break. You can ask another question if you want, but you'll be in a desperate position. Just period.
I think he's
I already
trummed
tried.
out.
I don't think I can.
Yeah.
But you can.
Oh.
Okay.
It's giving you a chance.
Ooh.
I believe the expression is just enough rope to hang yourself with.
I do have the beginnings of another question. Give me a minute.
What do we see, Colin?
He's just holding this like plate-sized hexagon in front of him.
Yeah, there's no movement. It's just normal. You guys, I'm sure.
Wait, so we don't see the spiders or anything?
No. This is all very ephemeral. I mean, for you guys, no time has passed at all. Loyal's in frozen time right now.
When is he going to start? It's taking a while.
Should we shoot him?
Yeah, might as well.
I feel like Geist is in the changeling and he's fucking like white knuckling the control yoke. He's like standing like maybe even like a decent distance away.
Yeah, it's really hot in here, Geist.
He's fucking sweating. He doesn't want to do it, but he knows he might have to. And he's
I
just
think
waiting.
Joseph is smiling, watching from like behind a snow dune. Like you can't see a smile on his face, but he's smiling. He's smiling real hard, crossing his arms and smiling and just watching.
And he's doing a wink. His one eye.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he's winking without even knowing it.
I think Hex, you feel powerful in this moment, and Joseph, you feel very free.
And I just feel hot.
You feel very hot.
This is...
Okay, I thought of the question.
All right.
I think Loyal is in this, or some is in this space of no feeling, no ego, seeing all this at once. And he just says, is there any benefit to speeding up the wheel?
Elaborate.
The wheel being the universe. That's what he means by that.
Like this making things occur.
Making things occur faster. To where they're destined to go.
Accelerationism.
Yeah, sure. That's a desperate situation.
Okay, and then my last survey. And I can't push myself again, I'm assuming.
Yes, you could not push yourself because that would break even more rules.
Yeah. Is there a funny
Yeah.
devil's bargain you want to slap on? Just if you have something low, if you have one in the chamber.
Yeah, I do. Which is that my devil's bargain is that Tyrell Krine's going to notice that one of these is missing because this is going to be destroyed.
Oh,
I would say maybe we shouldn't take that, or we are fucked.
that's bad.
That is bad.
That sounds kind of cool, though. You know,
Technically,
kind of like
we
narratively
cannot
interesting.
stop you from taking it. This is up to you. We have no say.
Yep.
That sounds cool.
What can she do to us if she notices when gone? Yeah, I want to do it anyway.
Okay. You get another die.
What is story without what I'm about to do?
A little fun.
Oh
doing
no!
And you would
Is
finally understand if the
devil's
accelerationists are right. That is the devil's bargain.
Okay, with my 1+ die from this. And roll.
A partial.
Partial.
Oh.
I'll take a partial. I'll take a partial.
My God!
Thank God.
Save the popcorn for later.
Oh,
Okay.
my heart can't take this shit, man.
Jesus. Okay. I think this one's actually more simple, luckily. I know you want more of my beautiful words. You see every event that will ever happen, all happening simultaneously, and you realize that everything will happen at a fixed rate, and there's no averting any course one way or another. Everything is predestined. Everything you fight for is pointless, and no matter what you choose, there's only one path you can follow. And you're going to take the level 3 harm, empty, as you no longer feel like you have any connection with your actions.
And what do I roll to resist this?
Well, to resist, you need to have stress.
Oh, so we're not doing that. Okay. Oh my God, that's right.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
The plate is going to break now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what everyone else sees is that he walks out there, looks at the plate, and it snaps in half, and then just like crumbles into dust.
What just happened?
Oh, and then I guess Loyal collapses to the ground.
Yeah, I feel like the exopod just like turns off and it just falls onto the ice with this big crack. And the plate looks like it's gone and he's just motionless out there.
I feel like
And
Geist
he's not conscious anymore.
Geist watches for a second to make sure that no like rend in reality is about to open up and start spewing demons out or something, and then he stomps forwards and he's just like, Loyal, come on, wake up. What's going on? Come on.
Loyal, you remember that tattoo you got rid of?
Yeah.
There's a new one there now.
What's it look like?
It looks like the shape of reality. You can decide what that looks like.
It's a spiral again. It's just a spiral again.
It is just a spiral again. That's beautiful. I like that.
It's not the shell, but it's just the spiral.
Joseph's gonna walk up and inspect as well. And I think when would Joseph see this tattoo too?
Yes.
He's very silent and very scared. He
I
does not
think
feel good about this.
That Summit's not waking up
He's
for a
off
little
this
bit.
guy.
You guys are going to need to get some heavy equipment to haul him out of there.
Oh, Geist is in the changeling.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he can just pick it.
Put him
He can
up
just
like a
pick the
baby.
exopod up. Yeah,
Like a yucky bug.
yeah.
I guess,
It's gonna
Can we
swing it
collect
like a
it?
snow globe.
Colin, can we collect the dust?
I don't think you can.
It's like a windy ice field. I don't know.
I just for added flavor, I think what happens is that the dust upon coming in contact with the snow turns into snow.
Oh.
Hex just starts shoveling the snow into his mouth.
What did you do?
Geist doesn't even give a shit about the dust. He picks up the exopod and starts sprinting back to the base with it in his hand, and he's on the radio getting our really shitty medic and also Gopher and also probably the Raptors down to the hangar, which I assume is our exterior access point.
Yeah.
And just like dumps the exopod in the hangar and probably resists the urge to crack it open like an egg and maybe gets Gopher to do it.
I think Joseph's going to stand where you guys were. I think he's going to put his finger in the snow, as Joseph
cold.
would, and kind of twirl it around, and then he just...
I think you probably all notice after the plate breaks, those various feelings I described start to subside. So you feel less free, Joseph. You feel less hot, Geist. I guess actually you feel less powerful.
What was that?
Yeah, I don't think this holds his attention very long, though. and he'll just get up and go back to base.
No snow
I
cone?
love Joseph's little human moments. Alien technology snow cone.
Yeah.
Yum.
Mm-mm.
That was cool. That was good. That told me everything I wanted to know.
Thank you.
Free will is an illusion. Welcome to existential dread.
Get this dolphin patched up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Unless something happens, are we just like cruising back into downtime actions?
Or should we have a
Yeah.
discussion, us three, about what just happened?
Well, that'd be a good in character.
You,
thing
you
to do.
probably,
Like,
you
what the
probably
fuck's
should
going
talk
on?
about what just happened. Like,
Yeah.
why does
should.
he keep doing this? Why does he keep doing? Why do we keep letting him?
Why?
I think-
Why do we keep this dolphin?
Joseph probably groups up with you guys and says, well, we'll only know what he learned once he wakes up, but seems we lost a piece, and we'll have to explain that to Tyrell.
There's no way she knows exactly every little widget we took.
I think she
Joseph
will.
doesn't say anything. He just stares at you.
What are you talking about? Come on, the Moon Devils were fucking around with it. How would she have any way of knowing what they fucked with versus what we fucked with?
I don't know, but she continues to surprise me.
For something this important, I think they run that place like a clean room. Let's not be naive here.
What about Loyal, though? What do you think happened?
I don't know. This psychic bullshit.
Why does Loyal do this?
Because we needed something. We couldn't just give this back to them
Think
without getting
supply
something.
is a good reward.
I don't give
I
a
think Joseph,
fuck about the reward.
he's looking at the floor and thinking for a bit, and then he decides to say it, and he says, Loyal had new markings on his body. A spiral.
What are you talking about?
Well, like, I'm sorry. What is he? So, like, he got a tattoo? Like, what is that? I don't understand
this
the
relevant?
relevance.
This thing impacted him just from him thinking about it. I mean, what does this say about the other pieces?
He got it just now?
Yes, it appeared on him. I helped remove his previous tattoos. He had no tattoos on him, and now he has a spiral.
Well, what if he got one before we came here?
I don't think that happened.
I don't know. We're completely out of our depth. I have no answers for you.
I know. Maybe it's a good thing we give these back.
Fuck.
We don't know what we're dealing with here.
What if the Clusterists have this? They had this. What the fuck what hope do we have?
I don't know. I think this is beyond the clusters, but if it's being supplied to them,
This is bigger than the clusters. I think we're a little out of our league, if I'm being honest here.
yes.
The Clusterists hate aliens. They hate humanity's arrangement with the Euro. Why would they accept alien technology? Do you think they're that desperate to win this war that they abandoned the reason they were fighting it in the first place?
I think the clusters leaders maybe have different motives.
All right, whatever. You know what? I'm sorry I fucking asked. None of this makes any sense to me.
I guess doesn't matter until we hear what Loyal says, so we'll wait for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's that.
That's that.
I think
Loyal.
we're going to literally need to spend 19 supply in order to recover a level 3 harm with a 1 die doctor.
Thanks, guys.
We're all hands on deck with this
Yankees
one.
getting
I
away
solved the
with
problem.
this.
I mean,
Yeah.
Loyal, you are now awake, but you still need help. Harm. What does
Yeah.
that look like? Are you just like
I
despondent?
feel like this is catatonia, basically.
Yeah.
This is an emptiness of I have nothing to say ever again in my whole life.
Yeah, you keep thinking of things to say or do, and you realize, like, no, that's actually not what I do right now. I know what I do next.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And that's late here. Okay. Man, can you take Haunted twice? Jeez.
I took
It's got that
reckless
level 3 damage in half.
Ooh, Reckless. I like that.
because he now knows that fate is just everything. Whatever he does is what will happen. So he can do whatever he wants.
This dolphin is crazy.
So crazy.
He's now
Wants
soft,
to go back to the onion
haunted,
factory.
and reckless.
Hell yeah.
Soft, haunted, and reckless. That's a good
Good
perfect
combo.
description.
Triple trauma gang.
That sounds like a really nice cocktail.
Let's make it after this.
Yeah, exactly. I'll have to post it on the Tumblr. All right, the drink.
Oh my god, yes.
19 parts vodka. That's okay.
1 part urine.
A single mini marshmallow on top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. Jeez, what a fucking detour that's been.
Yeah, holy shit. Has Loyal used all of his downtime actions?
I only had one level 1 damage, which got repaired in the everybody gets rid of one thing earlier.
Yeah, I think you
Oh.
guys blew up Sacrifice before it even attacked Loyal.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't get hit. It was only you guys.
Wow, okay. That's really good. That means that you have 3 downtime actions to throw into trying to recover from this.
Yeah.
Which I hope I can do.
In the interest of time, just knowing how these things shake out, you just feel free to spend 3 and it'll go away.
Yeah, like he takes some time. Maybe he doesn't talk for a day and he really thinks really hard, and you get a psychiatrist in there who tries to talk at him. I don't know what you do.
My one caveat is that I think this takes longer than a day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Sure.
so are you not with us with Tyrell?
Yeah, we
I
gotta
think
get
so.
his back.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could go, but like you have to be led there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
are we
we
paying
can't
3
shelf.
from the supply to make it go away?
No, this is just his actions.
Okay.
So you still got that money. Don't worry, you got that money.
So do I
Okay, we
use
have
all of
9
my 3
supply
downtime
that we need
actions
to
on
spend.
this?
Yes,
you can do more after that.
with money,
Okay.
Yeah.
should you desire to. Because you need to fill up. You got 1 more drive clock to fill up, and you got to
I
do
certainly
that.
do.
Yeah,
You
gotta
gotta
get
do
those
that.
downtime actions going.
You got to do that. Okay. Do you want to do Tyrol?
Yeah, are we doing it? Is it a scene?
Yeah,
It
definitely.
would,
Right.
I mean,
What-
it's got to
yeah.
be right.
Gotta be right.
Here's what I'll say: is if you have some fuckery you have planned, or you seek to get something out of this, then yes, it's a scene. If you just want to take the money, we can make it quick.
I don't have a problem with it being a scene, but I think at this point, especially after we lost a piece, I don't think Geist is going to try and like hide a giant like Acme bomb inside the box or whatever.
Yeah.
We
Thank
lost a
you.
bit of leverage there.
Yeah. At least serve as a
Alright.
fuck you, you know? Yeah, sorry, we lost a piece. It's okay, right?
Hex texts. All right, we'll take the deal.
Okay. Great. She sends you some coordinates. I think on the in the Dice Desert, probably in that circle where she said your base was, but like on the like north, just like in the fucking blizzard. It's like be here in fucking few hours. We'll make the exchange.
Are we all
Geist
going?
is going to be flying nearby, but like a few miles out, but maybe able to drop a railgun shell there if he had to.
I'll be on foot if Hex, if you are. I'll join you.
I think. Well, yeah. Are we? Does Tyrell give instructions for the exchange?
No, she doesn't. She says be there, bring the stuff. We'll make the exchange.
Okay. I think then, yeah, that is smart. It's like we'll have Geist fly around just in case, but I'll go with you also just in case.
Okay.
Hmm.
We pack it into a little crate.
She doesn't even say don't try anything funny. You know,
Because she
she
fucking
doesn't even
knows.
say that. She fucking knows.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you pack it into a crate. You probably take a car there if you wanted,
Yeah.
or your frames. You know, it's not like ridiculously far from your base, which is a little concerning. But you know,
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. We'll car it. Frames
Alrighty.
nearby, but not in
Sure.
whatever range. Yeah.
yeah, you show up. There is a ship, I guess, that is parked here. It's definitely like a combat ship of some sort. Not one that you really recognize. Like it looks human made. It doesn't look like super alien or anything, but it's definitely very modern. And there's like a group of people here wearing like hard suits, like combat armor. They have whatever. I don't know what the form supply takes. It's very ephemeral, but they have like crates or whatever of stuff here, and they just kind of like wait and gesture for you to present the goods.
All right. Hex pulls it out of the trunk or says, "Here it is. You can check it."
They start counting.
All right.
Just like one of them like hands it over to the other guy, The guy like looks at it, like runs his finger over it, scans it with like some device that you do not recognize, like places it gingerly in like one of those, like a Pelican case almost, and then like moves it over, does the next one, goes through all of them, looks over to you, and he says, "Is that all of them?"
All the remaining ones.
One's missing.
It broke.
He like touches his head, like he's communicating with someone. He like nods again. He takes like 3 of the boxes away, loads them back into like the ship behind him, and leaves you with 7 supply instead of 10. But then he leaves. He goes back in the ship unless you have anything to say to him.
No, I think that's a fair consequence.
I think we saw that one coming. And he starts loading the supply.
I'm not even going to fight it.
Good.
Okay.
That's that.
All right. We drive back.
You drive back. You have 7 more supply.
No cheeky Tyrell messages?
No, none actually.
That's
Jeez.
great. All right. Ready to spend some money?
Let's fucking spend some money, gamers. We're moving on to more stuff, TM.
I'm surprised
we
she
gotta-
wasn't just like, I heard you guys tried to ask the orb a bunch of really annoying questions. That's real mature, Harold.
Real mature.
I couldn't stop him. The dolphin just went off on his own.
Don't talk to my fucking orb, bro. Don't talk to my fucking orb.
Bro, I wasn't even
You
looking at
speak
your
to your
orb.
orb that way.
You looking at my orb, bro?
Hex text Tyrell. Looking forward to our next exchange.
This number is no longer in service.
Winky. Aw.
Harold frowns on the car ride back, looking at that.
Something the matter?
He puts on
I
some
don't
really
wanna talk about
sad breakup music.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it, man.
I think I took the wrong job.
That's good. Okay. Spending money. Also, I don't know where else to say this, but my playbook XP has finished. And I was
All
going
right.
to just take the action here, reflexes, or this ability, reflexes. So that's the one I'm
Cool.
going to get.
Yeah.
Bing. However you do that.
Which is whenever there's a question about who acts first, you go first.
Loose.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see, because I want to, if I don't regain stress, I will take 3 stress. If I don't cut loose.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yes,
if
Adam?
I cut loose now, I have a 33% chance of overindulging, which I think would be really bad. I think it would maybe make you roll another entanglement live on the air, and we all know how that.
I think it's just like you get to choose. There's like a really generous one where it's like reduce your connection with whoever you cut loose with because you make an ass out of yourself.
Oh, nice.
So
I don't
there's
care about
some
that.
there's some easy ones in there. But Adam, you had a question?
Yeah, I was going to say, did I finish my second long-term project here before? Because I remember we once did that, and it's still on here. I couldn't tell if that was the first one or the second. Because I remember I learned the thing about how I looked into channels and I learned that they were using emergent personalities, like the clusters were possibly. Remember?
Yeah, and you got the thing about that guy who met the AI.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, wasn't that the second one? So I should be at. If I wanted to start one, it would be this 3rd level.
I think you didn't finish it. I think that was just like a lore tidbit I gave you.
Oh, okay.
That's my
Okay.
guess. That's my guess.
Gotcha.
Just
Just wanted to check. Since I'm all pretty healed up, I probably will spend it on a long-term project. But other people can do stuff first, because that's not really important.
Who wants to cut loose with me?
You know, the party robot's always here to get down.
I don't want to ruin my relationship with Joseph though. But maybe
yeah,
it's
he's
just
gonna be
dramatic.
your
Or loyal.
fucking overlord one day.
Well,
You
no.
want to be in his good graces.
Can Loyal even do this?
Can dolphins
Loyal's-
even hang
Loyal's
out?
good.
Come on, bigot.
Well, no. The trauma it out.
Racist.
Yahoo
Yes.
Answers. Oh, you could do it with
Yes.
Loyal.
I could do it with Loyal, but I don't.
Isn't it if you cut loose and you heal more stress than you already have, you get a
Yeah.
bad thing happen to you because I don't have any
Yes.
stress anymore.
But also, if you don't cut loose, you take stress equal to how many scars you have.
Yeah. Fuck.
Have you had a
that.
scene with Hex yet? You can do that.
I haven't, not in a long time.
I would like
How
to
do
see
we
that.
Next scene.
Cut loose. How do we
Let's
even
do it.
cut loose in the ice
Two
base? What do we
quote-unquote
do?
humans.
You have a
hanging out.
commissary.
Would love to have
Yeah.
that scene.
Let's talk over peanuts and whatever's in the vending machine.
I can't
eat Beer.
peanuts. I can't eat anything.
Allergic.
Turn into peanut butter.
Yeah.
Extra liquidy.
Yeah, let's hang out in the commissary.
All right.
Maybe it's like
How
late
does this-
one night.
Yeah.
Maybe can't sleep. Geist goes and sits in the changeling for a little while. Gets pissed. Goes into the commissary, and Hex is there late at night eating a jar of peanut
Yep.
butter? Question mark.
not peanut butter, but maybe some onion, whatever leftover onion goods we have.
What can I say? It did something to me.
Onion soup.
Oh.
Yeah, Geist. I guess he walks over to. I assume we have like a freezer in here with like a bottle of like some bourbon in it or something.
Yeah.
And he grabs the bottle and then he goes and sits down at the table near where Hex is and pulls out his little syringe that he keeps with him, and he screws off the back and fills it up and injects it into the little circular, the food injection port on his torso. And then he takes
Hex
a
is
deep
watching.
breath and he looks, he's like, what, you can't sleep?
No. Do you even need to sleep still?
Yeah. I mean, I'm supposed to. Nothing in here technically obliviates the need for that, but ever since Ziggurat poked around with my spine, I don't know. It seems like I need less. Don't feel fatigued the same way.
Maybe you could get something that fixes that. I know Bluth made everyone's life hell once he did.
Maybe. Did you ever think it was going to shake out like this? Like, really get this bad?
No. I don't think I thought about it enough.
This is so far beyond anything I ever signed up for. You know, anything I ever expected being a soldier could be like. What about you? You feel more like a soldier and less like a bureaucrat yet?
You know, Garrett, I don't think we can relate on much, but I think we have that much in common. This isn't what we signed up for. I think I feel more like a soldier at this point.
Congratulations. Would you go back if you could? I mean, before all this. If you knew somehow that things were going to get this completely fucked, would you have stayed there filling out your forms and, you know?
You know? Probably. But here we are.
It's fucked up, but I don't know. I don't know if I could have done anything different, even with all the hindsight in the world. I mean, I was so angry it consumed everything that I was, and now I don't know. Doesn't seem so important anymore.
You don't feel angry?
I wouldn't say that. It's just, it's not how I thought it would be. On that last drop, I really beat the shit out of Retribution. I feel like I maybe could have killed him. And I didn't. I think I've realized that even when I do, you know, it's not gonna change anything. I'll be just as fucked up as I ever was. She'll still be dead. His family that I killed, they're all still dead. You know, what does revenge really get you?
Did you ever have a plan for after?
No. Never. Didn't think I needed one. I'm gonna be honest, I still don't. I don't see a way for this to shake out where any of us walk away the way that we are now. Just a hunch.
I think that's an educated guess. Hex takes a little spoon from his soup.
I think that's it. I think that's probably a good place to...
Yeah.
Let's see
They
if I
related.
embarrass myself. I do! We hate each other now.
Oh no.
Impropriety! Make an ass of
I
yourself.
thought that was relatable. Damn.
Get fucking soup out of here. Smacks the bowl.
You spill your syringe bourbon all over Hex on the way out.
I don't know why I did that. I'm
My
sorry.
shirt!
How does that look? I don't know. I feel like I need to say something to make that fit.
Yeah, that was good.
I feel like we
I'm
connected
mad.
really well. We connected too good for there to be
You could always
impropriety.
take a different consequence.
Let's roll an entanglement. No, let's not roll an entanglement.
What are the other options here?
I can make Geist go AWOL, which I don't want to do. We can take -2 trust with our patron faction, which I think is an awful idea. Or we can roll another entanglement, which I think is probably worse.
-2 trust, I believe, is actually smaller than you think.
Yeah?
Because the big one is like the relationship level, I think. And like you need 9 trust to go up a relationship level.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do
but
that then.
What's important is how we contextualize this, because you can ignore the word brag, but like, what do you do here that lowers your trust with, I guess, the corpse, the corporations?
Yeah, the corporate council. Fuck, I don't know. I don't like. I feel like it might be something like Geist. I don't know, some way to like fly in the face of their regulations or openly show belief that we don't respect him.
I have an idea. I think, yeah, I like this. Maybe one of you says something like, "I can't believe we made a fucking deal with Tyrell Crine," right?
Okay.
And like, what if the room's just bugged?
I like that. I like that a lot. That's
I
really
like this.
fun. That's much better than my other idea, was just that Geist gets really drunk and then sends Bluth an email that's like vital intel, open immediately, and it's just like goatsy.
What if we see one of the fucking Joanne spiders in the ceiling with like the recording button on?
Yes. I keep thinking about
Oh
her.
no, Dusklight's family. You have committed treason. Deploying countermeasures.
I hope you like mustard
That was
gas.
pretty good.
Yeah, okay, I think because you you lose some trust in the corporate council, but you know who cares
Those guys.
really?
Yeah,
Who
fuck
cares?
those guys. Okay, I'm gonna spend a whole bunch of money now.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm first of all going to be incredibly selfish, and I'm just going to spend 1 to get my last quirk back. I don't even have to roll because I only have the 1. And then I'm going to roll to get rid of my... I need to roll with our shitty doctor to get rid of my damage. So I'm just going to see how much that costs. So that's 1 tick. So that's 3. And then, so I spend... Does anybody object to me spending 4? That'll leave us with 11.
Nope.
Go for it.
That's so much fucking money.
Come on.
I
Come
know,
on.
it's
It really
disgusting. Okay, I am now fully healed, and my frame is fully healed, and I'm ready to kill again.
Perfect.
Should we bring Loyal back to life?
Loyal is back to life.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
it.
Loyal
I
is
spend my downtime being depressed, not eating
Yeah.
or drinking, which is actually not that severe for a dolphin, given they have blubber and they are essentially evolved to be desert creatures because there's no fresh water in the ocean.
I think the doctor just gave Loyal like a bunch of sleeping meds. And it's like,
Yeah.
you just need to rest and reflect. Maybe he gave you some mushrooms. Like, do you want to really find yourself?
God, that would make it worse. No, he needs to not have any more
Give me the
of that
spores.
right now. It's so dark.
I know I could do my long-term project. That's what I was going to work on.
Yeah, sure.
Is that spending 1 to roll something?
Yeah, you're gonna spend 1 to roll to work on this.
Just to contextualize this a little bit, we need to at least spend 4 more, or it is wasted.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to just work on because it's at 4 out of 6, and I feel like...
You're trying to find more AI enthusiasts, right?
Yeah. I'm back on the fucking web.
Interface, I think we recalled that was a good one for you.
Oh, yeah, it's a skill.
Yeah. So you spend 1 of the resources and then do the skill.
Okay, let me go into my character sheet here. Where is it? Success!
All right. So that means that fills up. You are successfully find like-minded AI. So after prowling the forums, as you do for a while, I think you someone eventually reaches out to you, right? After you leave like a very intelligent and sexy comment about AI rights. And I was like, hey, you seem cool, bro. Come join us in like our private chat room. Where we're a little bit more serious about this stuff. And you find a surprising amount of people, even local to Terra Brea, who are very, very pro AI. Very, very enthusiastic about things. It's to the point it's surprising, given your rather traumatic experience with humans and how they treat emergent personalities.
Do they bring up the clusterous? Like, do they have opinions on that in here?
Yes, some of them are clusterous.
Okay.
Whereas there's like, oh, well, like the prophet's words about AI specifically has to do with like how they're servants of like these outer forces, but that's obviously not true because we made them. It's all very context specific. Like in our communions, I'm always trying to bring some positivity to them, and maybe I'm making a difference. So it's very nuanced, like most problems.
Interesting.
Yeah, and like no one in here is anti-emergent personality at all. Like this is very, very exclusive. People are probably talking about some terrorist shit in here. Full disclosure.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
like there are like more casual conversations, but like some of it is like, yeah, like I fucking we're planning on like doing a raid on a emergent personalities division facility and like cut their power or something like that.
Fuck yeah.
Or like to give you some more concrete, and this is not something you can really act on immediately, but like they're talking about. They're organizing, springing a bunch of like rogue emergent personalities from a prisoner transport, like a few sectors over or whatever.
Hell yeah.
Do I have the ability now that I'm in this server to invite people to the server?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking maybe I send Milk Cake an invite. Just like, hey, check this out. Why don't you come in and join me?
I think Milk Cake says, we're already aware of this.
I'm already in here. I posted yesterday the meme.
Bro,
that was me.
You think this isn't my terrorist plot?
Who do you think the admin is?
Yeah. Fuck, I am so sorry.
Yeah, I think Milkcake appreciates it in like the roundabout way Milkcake can appreciate things. In like a weird way where it's like, it is good you have found this. These are good resources.
Perfect.
And then you can check off a drive clock. So you have 3. No, I just checked it for you because I'm nice. Thank you. That.
I'll take these away. Don't worry.
So, okay. Loyal, I believe you have something you really need to do.
Yes, I need to spend some money to finalize those 2 ticks and the get Maze off the planet clock. And I wonder what my options are for that.
So here's what my recollection. And I should have written this down because this is important.
I remember.
I believe the last thing was the warden doesn't think Maze is useful. So now she's like slated to be sent off planet to a prison, basically, for like indefinitely because she killed people and she's a murderer. But like the next steps would be changing that in some way, getting her like either remanded to someone else's custody or to your custody, God forbid, and then like getting accommodations off planet one way or another for a war criminal. And that could be like criminal, where you're like, you need to like hire some people to get this prisoner out, or, whatever you want.
Yeah, I was thinking hire a smuggling operation to be like, all right, we are taking the prisoner.
Sure.
And they take her someplace better than a prison.
Do you want to say goodbye to her?
Yeah, he can't do it in person anymore.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Oh, she could be brought here.
I mean, yeah, technically. I was saying you go to the city.
Or
like
somewhere.
you could do that.
It's true, I do have free range, but I'm kind of obvious. I'm supposed to be in hiding.
Yeah.
You can disguise as another dolphin. You can
there
pretend
are,
to be
there
your
are
dad.
other dolphins. There are other dolphins. We've confirmed this.
Yeah, I do want to have one last talk with her. I'm just trying to think of the most thematic place for it.
Also, as far as like spaceships, TM, the city is like the big place those are.
Yeah, I think it'll be like wherever the change off is, where she's getting in what is supposed to be the prison ship, but it is not.
Yeah.
Will could try to be there, talk to her one last time.
Okay, so the plan is to have someone intercept her when she's being transferred, Like take her to a site B and then get her out?
Yeah.
And you meet her there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. Let me write that down so I remember for your vignette, because that's what it'll be.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you taking her? I guess we could talk about that during the vignette.
Yeah.
All right. Let's make some rolls to determine. You have 3 ticks left on this clock. So, is this a sway? You're just talking to some fucking criminals? Where do you find these criminals?
Yeah, I'm not
You
very...
know, our man Barry's got the hookup.
Yeah, I would use whoever I trust, who I can talk to in the base right now to be like, hey, do you know any trustable smugglers? I have a job for them.
Yeah, I mean, that really depends on who you trust. Who do you trust in the base right now? It's a small group.
Why do we trust Barry? Why do we say Barry?
Barry isn't here, but he's your only sketchy guy you know.
I see.
You know who would volunteer to do this?
Who?
Captain Spud. Actually, no, he absolutely wouldn't. He fucking hates clusturists. He would put a bullet in her head. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
guess I go
I'll get
for-
out of here.
Yeah, I don't have anyone. Maybe I would ask Joseph to, like, hack into some channels and find me a hub where there are smugglers advertising their services and, like, hire whoever's the most expensive.
Do I have to do this?
You don't have to do anything, but you could.
No.
I think you'd have to convince Joseph, because last time we had a serious talk, you tried to kill him. You shoved him against
Yeah.
a wall.
That is true.
I was not trying to kill, but it was shoving.
It was just
He
a
did not
roll.
like it.
It was
he did not
rude.
like it at all.
It was just the prank.
So you could probably maybe talk to him and try to get that to work, but that's where Joseph's at right
Yeah.
Hex might know some sketchy people, maybe.
Bluth.
And Bluth also is Bluth, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
that's
Bluth might
what I would
actually be
ask.
your best bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. We found the right person.
How does that conversation go? You call up Bluth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Dolphin, I don't have much time.
Hello, Bluth. I'm calling to inquire about whether you have people-moving resources at your disposal. Discrete people-moving.
What?
I need to get someone off-planet, and I need no one to know.
Well, do you have money?
Of course.
Because it will be very expensive.
I would not be calling you if I didn't have what you want.
Yes. Well, I would be lying if I said I hadn't done it before, and since you are such a loyal member of the corporate council, I suppose I could extend my resources to you. My secretary, Generator E, will send you the payment details, and you two can hash it out. Please don't call me on this number again. Thank you very much.
You just hang up?
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
You talk to the secretary. Roll, I guess, consort or sway.
Hey.
Realistically, I mean, guile, wit, and charm. You know, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, rolls more me a sway.
Sway. Cool. 3 dice. Do it. What was my position?
You don't have a position. It's just a long-term project. You just roll it.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. You can always do it again.
It's a partial.
Partial says 2, so you need to do it again.
Oh, okay.
Jenny is very hung up on the fact that you're stealing from the Soul Union specifically.
It's a little tougher of a mission.
And the military police are already around, so it's like very sketchy. So it takes a little bit more convincing. So deduct another resource. Whoever's keeping track of that, and we'll
I
roll it
am. We're
again.
down to 8.
And roll again.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's done. Jenny finds some people. Says it's better if you know less, but there will be a place in the city, like one of their auxiliary docks, where they will bring the prisoner. It's a very tight time window. Like, you will not be able to talk to her for longer than like 5-10 minutes before they have to get the fuck out of Dodge and take her wherever you've decided to take her, which we'll discuss. And that fills up your last drive clock. So you and Geist have 2 full drive clocks. You can accomplish your goals.
It happened.
And we'll have vignettes where you do those things.
It took us a year. It took us a real year in real life.
Took you a real
Just
year.
about.
I told you it would take a lot of fucking work.
It did.
Except, I guess Geist just had to get punched in the face and punch people in the face. But that's hard too. Those missions would have been a lot easier without retribution.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We need to spend $1 more one way or another.
Anyone have clocks?
Do you have any projects ongoing that you need handled?
No, the warehouse was the big one.
What about a skill, maybe?
Unless we want to start a new clock, and I could just spend like Bippo's pleasure palace.
Whoa.
I don't
A
fucking know.
one-tick clock. Bippo's Pleasure Palace.
I believe you already purchased his pleasure palace because you spent $1 million on his flight.
Oh yeah,
It's not
that's
good
true.
enough.
Well, no, that's the flight.
$1 million more. He deserves it.
I mean, if you can just like literally pay to train and get 1 XP for anything, or 2 XP in Resolve.
Okay.
Or whatever it was.
No.
What do we have the training for?
It should say on the sheet. Squad sheet.
Resolve, yeah. So you can get 2 XP in Command Consort Swayer interface track, or 1 XP anywhere else.
That doesn't push to a level up, so if anyone has something more pressing, but otherwise I could just dump it.
Nobody does. If nobody wants it, I'll put it in my playbook XP track, but anybody could do that.
Yeah, no, go for it. I don't need it.
You can put it in.
Okay.
My drive clock, it needs 1 more, does it? But I don't know how
you
that
need
works.
5 more.
Okay, once it gets here, it doesn't do anything?
Sorry. So the right of the drive clock, there is a thing that says spend a full drive clock to do any of these things. So that's 4 of these. If you wanted to accomplish this goal, your actual goal, become free and have everyone accept that, you need
You gotta do both.
5 more of these, which is probably not in the scope of this. But I will say, having this could be very helpful.
Having like a full drive or half a full drive clock?
Yeah, because the half of the drive clock means you can negate any damage, change a roll to the 6, or give like all the assist benefits to one of your teammates, which is pretty
Is
good
this
to turn anyone away.
a mission?
Yeah, that's during a mission.
Oh, I thought it was like right now.
No.
Wait, can we go back on that then? Can I try
Yeah,
it?
yeah, absolutely. Because it's full disclosure, I do not see a lot of use for your money following what is to come.
Okay.
You heard the man. Spend it.
So don't have any
Yeah.
regrets. I don't think you'll be able to get all of these, but having that one
but at
extra
least
would be helpful.
Yeah. So what is what do I have to do that? Is skill or
We can just call like a continuing of your like linking up with these AI people. Just like kind of, I almost imagine you at this point, having linked up with Contrition, are like, okay, I kind of can see how this is going to end. We're going to finish up here. I'm going to go join up with this group. We're going to do whatever Contrition tells us to do. And maybe you're just like laying the groundwork for that in a lot of ways. Like just doing preparation while there's extra fucking supplies. It's like, well, no one's going to use all these fucking like C4 blocks. I guess I can like just pack these away to my personal belongings. I'll bring them with me, you know?
I just thought of something, and I know Colin's going to be really happy that I did. Technically, any of us can spend 3 points to take the enhance action 3 times and get an extra quirk.
That is true too.
do I have at least 1 then still to get my driver clock thing up? I'd like to do that.
I would just say subtract $2, Zach,
Yes.
and then we'll just give that last drive clock to you, Joseph. And we'll just, like, this is easy for Joseph. You don't have to roll anything. You're just squirreling away supplies and like kind of making your exit plan.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how does that feel for Joseph in general?
I feel like he's been making his exit plan in the last like 5 missions. Like, that's where his brain's at right now, is constantly, he feels like every mission is about to be his last, or like after like communicating with Contrition, it's just like, okay, things are going to drop soon and I got to be ready for it. So like, that's why he's almost been kind of blasé with all the decisions that have been happening around him. So like, I think it's not hard for him to convince himself to like start taking resources from the team, because he's like, they're not going to need him once everything's right once everything's in its right place. Like, who's going to need C4, right?
Yeah.
Like, everything will work itself out. So he's just like, well, I might as well pack this away for myself. And if I get caught and people get angry, who cares? Because things are moving forward anyways.
Yeah. All right. I like
So
that.
that's Joseph.
Who wants extra quirks? We got enough for 2 people to get them. I should make sure first. Does everybody have 5 quirks right now? Does anybody only have 4?
I have
I think,
4 quirks.
I think most people have 4. I think you're the only one who got the 5.
Nobody else did
Yeah.
that?
It's
Oh,
not.
Yeah.
fuck. Okay, well then 2 of you absolutely should get an extra quirk because that's huge.
Who wants
Okay.
them?
I
I'll
think the
take
most
one.
combat appropriate people should get it.
Yeah, I think I should not get a quirk because I feel like I'm least effective in my frame. I would vote for the other. You
And
two,
he's moving
Loyal
out
X.
anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Geist approaches Joseph in the halls. Hey, do you want another gun for your frame? And he's like holding a big box full of explosives.
Yeah.
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm gonna head out soon, anyways.
You guys handle that, all right?
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah, all right.
All right, that's the rest of our supply then.
Wow.
We have 1 personnel in the bank, but yeah, Loyal and Hex can each take an extra quirk on their frame.
Let's go.
Great.
Finally, I can't believe I forgot about that. We've had this fucking, what is it? One of our things, the testing facility. Normally it takes 6 actions, but for us it only takes 3 because we got that upgrade like right at the beginning. We just didn't use it.
We finally got to use it.
Yeah.
You use all of these excellent supplies provided to you by Tyrell Crine, your arguably largest enemy. Who would have thought, right? And I mean, I think we're like, there's nothing else you guys want to do, right? Like,
No,
there's no
that's
money,
it.
No.
there's no actions.
No. we have 1 personnel left, but I think we're just gonna hold on to it.
Let's get like you all kind of know what's going to happen next. Geist is going to go after Retribution.
Yeah.
Nyla did tell you to stay put, but
Yeah, Nyla says a lot of things.
like I think like it's been like 3 days and you still haven't heard back from her. And if you reach out, she's like, "This is taking longer to crack than I thought. Just like hold tight." And you got shit to do.
Yep.
You got shit to do. Loyal kind of knows that you're going to have to come face to face with Maze, see where she's at and who you're going to be, setting into the world. Joseph, you have an assassination / torture to do.
Oh yeah,
It'll be really your like first legit mission from Contrition, and probably lead into more. It feels like. And Hex, I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yep.
I mean, so like, what do you all look like?
Geist, I feel like, is very calm. He's uncharacteristically calm.
I think Joseph is too.
Yeah. We've got some kind of a serene peace. I feel like Geist probably has the least idea of anyone. Maybe not Hex. Maybe they're about the same. Of that everything is ending. Because he doesn't really know. He knows everything's bad. He knows that Loyal just was communicating with the bad orb, the bad alien orb. He knows that Joseph has probably been compromised by some unknowable entity capable of killing the most powerful combatant in this war. I think he knows that stuff bigger than him and bigger than this conflict is happening all around, and he's just like, well, I'm just going to focus on what I can change. And he just wants to finish the job. He wants to win the war, and then I don't think he's thinking far past that.
Hex looks tired of this.
Tired of all this?
Yeah, he doesn't look engaged anymore. I think after the ice field incident, he's very much just sick of this.
What do you want? What does he want the most right now? Just to be done? Finish this mission,
he
go
wants
home
out.
to Bippo?
Yeah.
Does he
He'll work anywhere.
Does he care about the war at all? Does he even care about ending the war?
No, I think that's the big shift.
This is just a fucking 9 to 5 to him. Let's get this over with. Let's get home.
Is Hex quiet
Yeah.
quitting?
He's
Oh,
warmed
God.
up to Bluth.
That's fucked up.
What are do you want to work for Tyrell Crine? Do you want to work for Bluth? Do you want to just like retire if you can?
I think Hex wants to go for either the highest bidder or retire, but that doesn't look like it's in the cards considering he's a war criminal.
Yeah.
I feel like Bluth, I could see that. I could see a mini series with Bluth and Hex. That just makes sense in my brain.
Better call Hex.
Don't call that guy. Don't call that guy. He's dangerous.
Joseph, what do we see for you?
I'm trying to think. Like, I think Joseph is just counting down the hours until I assume at this point he knows when he's going to do the assassination. It's all planned out. He's just waiting, and that's probably the worst part for him. It's just like let's just hurry this up because like in his mind, he doesn't know what's going to happen, but he feels like once I do this thing for contrition, like things are going to complete themselves and it's done.
I think you get like the clarified parameters of the mission. Like you see. Like everything else, like arrive at Greywood Sands this time, like go to the apartment building, kill this lady, make sure that her friends see her in pain, leave, return to base, finish your next mission, and then like there's just like a ... after that. Like we'll move from there.
Yeah, like it was all just like he said yes to everything before, but then when he finally gets that message, he's like, oh, I guess it really is happening, huh? Like those are the coordinates.
Maybe the last dot on like the list after complete your next mission is like exfiltration, like finish your last mission with the dusk lights, and then I'm pulling you out. Like prepare for that.
And he's like, wow, things are going to move forward. And I think he's just he's pondering, he's thinking to himself. I think maybe in the hangar, maybe like looking out things. He's probably just aimlessly trying to fill time. That's probably why he's hoarding explosives. Like, he doesn't know what else to do with himself right now. He's just like, this could be helpful maybe for later. I got to do something because I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for it to happen. But he is available to talk if anyone wants to talk to him.
So he's not avoiding the team.
No, he's not avoiding the team at all. In fact, it almost looks like he wants to talk to you guys.
If you want to do like a chat with everyone, I think the start of next mission after your vignette would be a great time for that, personally.
Okay. Yeah. So I was like, I could have a chat with Geist or something like that. I was thinking, but I don't know what we want to do all right now.
I only say that from a production standpoint because this episode's already really long.
Okay.
And I just want to end on like one look at each character. You guys will have time to talk. I'm not going to be like start of next mission. Your bodies are exploded. Oh fuck! Why didn't you tell Geist you always thought his mouth looked weird? Fuck!
Yeah. Jesus Christ!
No, you will have a time for like that like one more time into the breach moment.
Okay, so yeah, I think
that sounds
he's
ominous, but yeah,
he's aimlessly filling time, and it's probably the worst time in his life right now. He just wants things to happen.
Yeah, and then Loyal, last look.
Yeah, he finally comes out of his room once he's done feeling empty and has recovered to having no harms anymore, miraculously. And he's spending all of his time in front of the fossils in the ice wall. I don't know what else is around there. Storage boxes, cargo stuff, haulers, but he doesn't really leave that spot. And he kind of has his ego just a little bit fuzzy. It kind of extends out of him, maybe 5-6 feet COVID distancing measure. So if you get close enough to him to ask him a question, you feel this acceptance and just readiness for something. It feels like being taught like a spring, just waiting for action and knowing your purpose, knowing you are a spring, and knowing what you're going to do next. It's just like a lot of energy, and it's not entirely negative. And if anyone tries to talk to him, he just asks them, do you think this world is worth fighting for?
I think what the last look we get after you say that is just you alone looking up at the skeleton of a dead creature in the ice wall, asking it that aloud, not even knowing you just did it.
Yeah, yes, that's it.
And we'll end there.
And scene.
And scene.
Beautiful.